Here I am in Paducah, Kentucky, where I worked for this individual for a while. That was so crude after he found out that I had some issues going on in my personal private life that I had openly disclosed with some of the members that work here and the co-workers, and because of it I was basically ridiculed or run out of this place of business that didn't have nothing to do with a moisture barrier. Had everything to do with the fact that I had some personal things going on in my life, and because of it they wasn't going to have somebody coming into their place of business and elaborating on some of the personal things that was going on in that individual's life. But yet no, if I was a big NASCAR fan or a big ball player, or I wanted to come in and talk about other matters, that would have been totally acceptable to this place of business. Talk about discrimination. They pretty well pick and choose who they want to be a part of the litter and who they don't want to be a part of the litter. And if they like you, you could probably get away with murder. And if they don't like you, they'll come up with reasons towards not liking you. This guy, he takes his perfection way too far as far as I'm concerned, nothing more than a triple you know what. Of course, that's his business, and he can run his business the way that he wants to run his business. But the fact of the matter is, if somebody like this comes into town and tries to start opening up a business, if you rub the wrong feathers, you suffer the consequences pertaining to it being very judgmental and discriminating. Unbelievable. I had no earthly idea that I was going to be working or going to work for somebody like this. I'm going to keep this running while I'm talking, because you're not supposed to be driving and texting, or driving and recording at the same time. I'm going to pull up here at this other place of business, Mr. Jason, that I work for, give or take about the same amount of time, maybe a little longer. Keep in mind, these things that I was being a rolling stone on was the very thing that was feeding me, and me making payments on my automobile and keeping my insurance up and paying for my phone and paying for other types of amenities that I had, because I was not dependent upon a congregation that should have been supporting me while I got out and promoted my message to the general public. In other words, I was having to take this all on by myself, this burden of responsibility towards going from town to town, from city to city, from state to state. And because I was a one-man horse and dog show, horse and pony show, it made it extremely difficult because of my vulnerability in people making up lies and telling all kinds of things about me, falsely accusing me of various things. This is Mr. Jason, in which I like Jason. Jason liked me. We had a good, decent conversation a while ago in regards to his place of business here. Jason, I admire the fact of a young lad getting involved in an industry like this to the point that he's knuckling down in doing that in which what needs to be done in this particular industry. I give him 2 thumbs up in his capability of bearing the brunt of the blow whenever hard times come upon to him, and the fact that he is a very, very likable guy. Like I said, I didn't work for him as long as what I would like to have worked for him, but I did get acquainted with him. Also got acquainted with some more people that he had up in Murray, Kentucky at the time, pretty close to Hoptown, in addition to me getting familiar with people in Hoptown in the body shop industry, as well as over into the Lexington, Kentucky area, working in the same industry. Once more, these are the people that kept me alive. These are the people that helped me struggle from one paycheck to another, from one town to another, from one city to another. This guy here, Jason, I liked. He was a cool guy. This is going to pretty well end up my segment on what I'm doing here in Paducah, Kentucky. Thanks again for listening. Good luck to my viewers, and shalom.